This is Danny with QuadLugs, and this is a build tips video on the Mini XL Quad. And what I've done differently on this one, I've relocated the ESC from the bottom to the center and moved the battery from this location to the bottom. And it's really doing it's a lot neater build this way, and it works out just fine. I really like it a lot better like this. So we're gonna go ahead and take the KK board off here, and we'll take a look at you know, what we've done here. A little lazy. But this to show how I mounted the Q-brain. And if you've been watching the videos, I've really, you know, grown pretty fond of the Q-brains simply because they're so easy. And you know, instead of having your ESC spread out, they're all in one spot. There's some pros and cons to it. You know what? You know, I've been asked, you know, what if one of them goes out? Well, you know, one of them goes out on this particular one, you have to go ahead and change them all, or you know, change the whole thing. You're replacing all four. But I'm going to look into that a little bit closer and see if one can be changed. And you know, I'll be posting something on what I find out on that. But anyway, I really like it. I shortened the wires on this one. You know, of course, I added a plug on. And so far, I've had, you know, real good luck with them. They worked really well. So anyway, I put it in this location here, and to hold it in place, because it's sitting on each side of the wood, and it goes onto the wood maybe I don't know, 3/16 of an inch on either side, on each piece. And what I did, I just put a little CA glue on four corners here, here, and here. Actually on three corners, here, here, and here. And you know, if you ever have to take it off, you can get it off. It's not much holding it there, but it's enough to, I mean, it's rock solid. So, you know, that's working out pretty good. I was going to tie band it, and I actually did tie band it, and I got thinking about it, and you know, this can be broke loose here, so I mean, you know, it's no big deal putting a little CA on there. And it's not much rather CA. It's a little, you know, here, here, and there again, like I was saying. So that worked out really well. No particular location for these in. What I did, you know, I located my I located my ESC where I wanted it, and I just pushed these up against it, and then I went ahead and, you know, fastened this down. And after I pushed these up against it, that's the location I used. Another thing I did is that I put this piece of wood in here. And it's, you know, about 1 3/4 inch, 1.5 inches deep, and I measured it to fit here. And I did the same thing here, and I just brought it to the, I just brought it to the inside of it. I stopped it here, and I stopped it here. So it leaves this open right here to get some good ventilation on the ESC. And if you'll look at it from the end here, you know, you have good ventilation here and on the top and bottom of the ESC. So, you know, I think that was working out really good there. There's a couple of holes in these mounts here, but I've used them a couple of times, so that's where that's coming from. The front and back, from the front back is 60 degrees, you know, and from this way would be 30 degrees. And I'm running 60 degrees on the front and 60 degrees on the back. Everything else pretty much builds like the other one that, you know, on the video we have for the other one. The wood here for the body is 6 inches long. Then you have your cross piece wood here, Your arms are 4 1/4 inches long, and then you have, you know, your wood that goes into your landing gear. All the lengths on this are on the site. So, you know, if you're building it with your own lugs or you're just buying just the lugs to build it, you have all that information. The battery mount, which is now included in the kit for the quad and for the the mini. I just mounted it right here. It fit on the wood, if you can see, here and here, and I just screwed it straight into the wood. And I used 3/8 screws for that. And I put my Velcro here. And you know, on my batteries, I run the hook on the battery, so I put the loop here and here, and on the strap I'll have the loop facing up. So when you put the battery in, and let me grab it really quick. Okay, I'm back. This is not the 2200. I have them charging just so be right now, but this is a 2650, and I usually put the hook on the battery, or the Velcro hook on the battery. And if you've been watching videos again, you know that's how I normally do it. So whenever you put it on, you know, it fits like that, and you know, you tighten up the strap and you're in good shape. It locks it down really, really well. And you know, it works out that the it fits perfect on here with the feet. It's about, you know, maybe a 1/4 inch above the ground. But what you can do if you want, if your battery's a little bit thicker, you can increase this wood size, or you don't even have to really increase the wood size. You can just, you know, screw one side in and just pull this out a little bit and screw it in, and give you, you know, another 1/4 inch length on this right here, and give you a little bit more clearance on the battery. But it's been working out really good. I use a lot of the Turnigy batteries, and you know, the thickness on those, it works out perfect. So the battery mount screwed onto the wood, Velcro put onto the bottom of the mount here, the pin and deck support. And you know, you could fill in the whole thing, maybe look a little bit better than what I did. I just happen to have these strips, so you know, I put them on so you can make it look a little bit neater by, you know, putting one, or you know, putting two, 4 of them rather, you know, splitting them up, make it look a little bit neater that way. And so your battery mounts here, no problem. 60 degrees front, 60 degrees back. And the Q brain I'm mounting here. I trimmed around, marked these and cut them out. I'm fortunate to have a bandsaw, and I use that on that. But if you have, I think they call them a coping saw, you can, you know, use that and it'll work just as well. And I'll tell you what else works too. You can get a, just be real careful, but you can get an X-Acto knife and just take your time cutting it, and you can actually cut it with that, believe it or not. Been there, done that. So that's the build on this. I mean, they're real easy to put together. As far as prepping, you know, again, the arms and the motor mounts and the feet, if you'll go to the quick build guide, you know, it'll run you through that. When I put these screws in here, I put them into the center of the pan and deck support lug, and that way it falls into the cavity, and you know, there's no danger of it interrupting with any wires, shorting anything out, cutting a wire or anything. And that's it. Flies really good. I'll have some footage up. And once again, this is Danny with QuadLugs, and I think you're gonna love this one. I just wanted to show you my setup with the Fat Shark. I put the transmitter here, just Velcroed it here. I could put it here and face the antenna down. Ran the wiring through this area here, came out over here. This is where I have the Fat Shark camera here and the Mobius here. The wiring I ran underneath and I bundled it here, and this is my plug. So that's my setup on it. Works really good. Makes a nice little FPV setup, and there you go.